Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the TRRC and to Wednesday's summer proceedings. Before we begin work, may I ask our religious leaders to offer us some prayers. Imam Jallo, you have the floor.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الله الذي جعل لكم الأرض قرارا والسماء بناء وصوركم فأحسن صوركم ورزقكم من العباد ذلكم الله ربكم فتبارك الله رب العالمين هو الحي لا إله إلا هو فأدعوه مخلصين له الدين الحمد لله رب العالمين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
Thank you very much, Imam Jallo, for that. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Lord God, Jehovah, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, we call upon your mercy, that you look with mercy upon the people of this nation, the Gambia. Forgive our imperfections. Forgive the wrongs that we have committed in this land, and healed our land, healed our nation, healed our institutions, healed the government itself, healed the families. And we ask that by your grace, Lord, that you will also make provision for reparations, and that you will, by your Holy Spirit's power, grant that reconciliation will also take place in an effective manner in this land, and that your mercy and your justice will reign supreme over this land. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen, and thank you very much for that, Bishop Odiko. Council, are we ready with today's witness or witnesses?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Commissioners. We are ready to start. Can the witness be brought in? Witnesses.
Mr. Chairman and members of the Commission, today we are departing from our normal procedure of having a single witness testifying. On this occasion, having two witnesses testifying as a group, as a family. We think that this procedure would be much more efficient, especially in view of the time that would be saved by having two of them testify at the same time. And in any case, they would be talking about the same thing, the same subject matter, considering that the Commission is the master of its own procedures. The Commission can decide to hold hearings in any manner which would not undermine the integrity of the work of the Commission. So in that case, we've been briefed before, so today we would have two witnesses appearing before you at the same time. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Council. I hope the witnesses are in agreement for the joint testimony. You confirm?
Indeed, we are holding this hearing to hear both of them because they requested for it.
But they are in agreement
Indeed, they are.
To testify jointly.
Indeed, they are.
Splendid. Thank you very much.
I, Sunkar Yarbou.
Akate Sunkar Yarbou.
Do swear that.
Kabe Kalila.
I'll speak the truth.
Ombe tonya le fola.
The whole truth.
Tonya damang.
And nothing but the truth.
Ndunte fem fola mem manke tonya.
So help me God.
To alama ale ndema.
I, Mariama Marong Balde,
I, Mariama Marong Balde,
do swear that
I'll speak the truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth,
and nothing but the truth.
so help me God.
So help me Allah.
Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Yarbou. Good morning, Madam Balde. Welcome to the TRRC. I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time to appear before the Commission to provide your testimonies. As you know, my name is Harija Balagay. I will be asking questions on behalf of the Commissioners. It is the Commissioners that will make findings and other decisions regarding testimony before the Commission. So you are amongst fellow Gambians. Please feel comfortable. This is a conversation between us. I just want to remind you that you have to speak slowly, as I'm endeavoring to do right now, because there is interpretation into the local languages, and particularly because the two of you are testifying together, it is important that you avoid overlapping speeches. So in the beginning, I will ask specific questions that are directed at a specific individual. And thereafter,
bi bitun akumayata bake ke kalibe gambian kolle kono alkadiamu gambian kolle bali moykan o mu kuleti men yalon ko abunyayata akumayata purumbe sen hakilo to woto.
Because the interpretation is being conducted right now, I'll have to speak even slower because of the multiple languages. Therefore, just bear with us and we will take our time.
Council ko wairi kanna soro be kering ala dia motetariala abasumayan lel demanding bitun so mbesi munyangang hakilo toto ko abakela nyaming domando man pour nyo faamo seke.
As I was saying, when I get to the main part of your testimony, I will ask questions that either of you can answer.
Akonim dia motata hanfo afutata dinkira doto nyininka roto nae ku nyininka atel mo flobe nimme jabir kendo soto je jabir seno ite mari sio jabiro kenole alaw nyininka rola karola.
However, if one of you starts to answer the question, upon completion of what you want to say, the other person can add any additional information that they deem necessary.
Akoning ay nyininka roke ning klindo ye jabiroke faye abandi ning ayatara kumalube do fananda me ya lonko ata fanan lafta wala fala nyindon na jabiro kanne afanansi continue ayo lafa jabiro kan akafunyo e memfo.
Similarly, during the testimony, when we get to the main part of it, if I direct a question at one of you, the other person can also add to that answer upon completion.
Ako hanin futata dia mo tukungo fama manyato ninga nyininka roke doye jabiroke ko aya fuhafa e bandi ning woyo do fana kumalong alaftamen lafala nyindon na kumokan hanin bi o fanansi continue no le aya law lafa roke aya la nyindon na jabiroka mem folo diamuta.
What is important is that we allow a few seconds in between our speeches so that the translation can complete, interpretation can reach its natural point.
Ako men kumayata ning do dia mutafaye bandi second danta iside demanding pour nyin kamala kanna sor lalu si kanna soro keno pour nse nyo faham satara dia molu kana sele nyokan.
For your testimony, we will begin with a very brief background introduction about who you are.
Ako puruka adamuta abe kala nyininkar sutuneti puru ite mari mujumaleti ito lui uludula aning kibaro men ite nyanta fula puru ya long ite lo mujumati.
And then we will talk about the events of 10th to 12th November 1994.
Ako wokolan sina dia mukola menu keta November karotil tankara karotil tanim fulo kan 1994 sangokono.
And then we will spend time talking about the impact of those events on you, your children, and the rest of your family.
Akondum be diamula le fanan wo lungulu menno ayefonya wo kolu menno keta wo lungulu kono ay mantoro nin de ngo men sabu ite mari ni la dimbaya luma bitun imari finansio fo ko aketa nyamin isa banke.
So let me begin with Madam Yarbou. Can you please state your full name, where you live, and your current profession if you have one?
Akaba follow la Madam Yarbou lela follow ito mume obe ibe siri mintole aning ibe munala nyin tembe mpuriyo kibaro fo moli amoy.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sunkar Yarbou.
My name is Sunkar Yarbou.
Mbe wuluta Jara Barokunda.
I was born in Jara Barokunda.
But
I am married in Bakote layout. I do business from the home. Small scale enterprises.
Madam Yarbou, I've been told that since the interpretation is coming through the flow of the hearing, that you don't need your headset, so it's up to you to decide whether you want to wear it or not.
Madam Yarbou akamen folem nyinti wairi kana soro be fintilale diamurangoto puru isamwe ni lafita isi yafuno boy tulola puru hanimbi satara na isi kumofa ambake akane batandi.
Yeah, because
I hear two voices, and that is distracting me.
Precisely. Thank you very much. Madam Balde, same questions to you. Can you please tell us your full name, where you live, as well as your current profession?
Madam Balde, ato nyininkar kilolem ako ito ibe siri mintole anibe muneke kansaing.
Bismillah. My name is Mariama Marong Balde. I live in Talindi. I am a nurse by profession. Thank you.
Madam Yarbou, back to you. Can you please tell us who your first husband was, as well as how long you were married to him?
Madam Yarbou, kansul ko ako isa fono nye jumale mu ikke foloti aning inala futu ye wati jelleke.
Lieutenant Basir Baroleti.
My husband was Lieutenant Basir Baro. We were married for 10 years.
This is an announcement for the Mandinka interpreter. We just want to make sure that whenever I speak in English or Madam Balde speaks in English, that it is interpreted into Mandinka so that Madam Yarbou can also hear it without having to wear the headset.
Ko handing Madam Balde dia muta angale kangoto nyanta kana sorla le puru Madam Yarbou fanansi kumoni moy aya faham mem fota hanatara amang ya funo dung.
So, Madam Yarbou, you just told us that you were married to Lieutenant Basiru Baro for about 10 years. Is that correct?
Council ko Madam Yarbou yenyum foko fututa Basiru Baro le nungole muike folota ndo la fututa tale hanfo sanjitang ako fole mubang.
Hade.
Yes.
Can you tell us in November 1994 how many children you had?
Ako isa fono nyaba 1994 ining Basiru Baro ye dingel le sotong.
We had 3 children. 2 boys and 1 girl.
How old were they in November 1994?
Council ko dindingulu e sanji jelle sotonong November 1994 be sila tumoeng.
The eldest, Lamin Baro, was 7 years.
Second,
Fatu Baro was 3 years.
Abdul Aziz Baroti 9 months.
The third, Abdul Aziz Baro, was only 9 months.
Thank you very much for that. Madam Balde, can you tell us who you were married to, in 1994, as well as how long you were married.
Council ko Madam Balde isa fonyeng ifutu tanun jumale 1994 wuche okono aning alie dingel lo sotong.
I was married to late Lieutenant Basiru Baro.
Aka futu tanun tala Lieutenant Basiru Baro le yeng.
And our marriage was 5 years.
Andu ila futu e sanji lulu le si wotumo.
We had 2 beautiful girls.
Akoye sunkutundi mfula le soto idingolu.
The first one was 2 years, 3 months old.
Ako dingfulo wayatara way sanji fula kari sabale soto nungo tumo.
The second one was 5 months old.
Ako dimfula njango wayatara way kari lule soto wotumo.
Therefore, Madam Yarbou, you were Lieutenant Basiru Baro's first wife, and then Madam Balde, you were Lieutenant Basiru Baro's second wife.
Council ko Madam Yarbou woto itelam Lieutenant Basiru Baro la musu foloti, Madam Balde wala mala musu fulanjangoti.
Hadi.
Yes.
Before we go into the events of November 1994, I have 2 preliminary questions for you.
Akoja nimbe duna November karola kuolu kono 1994 akaye nyininkar kuma fula soto lafta me nyininkala.
As far as you can recall, did Lieutenant Basiru Baro go to work on the 22nd July 1994, the day of the coup d'etat?
Akonata re hakilo samuta 1994 July karoti lumwani mfulo lumen coup d'etat keta. Fo lundung Lieutenant Basiru Baro tata do kola le bang ila hakilo semenjeno.
I have forgotten about that.
Yes, he was. He went. Sorry.
Madam Balde ko tonya atatale. Madam Yarbou ko atanyina tale bari Madam Balde ko tonya la Basiru tata do kola le wolung.
As far as you know, after the events of 22nd July 1994, was Lieutenant Basiru Baro promoted?
Ako hakilo simem mutano Madam Yarbou, Madam Balde. Bring 1994 cool botala Lieutenant Basiru Baro fo wato yala palaso la fale bang faketa nyadile.
He was never promoted.
Madam Balde ko inena mala palaso la fa fereng.
For this section, I will ask questions that either of you can answer, and you can always add to each other's answers, as we've discussed before.
Akwa be dunanyim wucheo menkono teng na ye nyininka roke almoflo momondi si jabiroke no le adu nindo e jabiroke nindo fana lafta kuma la fala je isi continue e la faroke wodo la jabiroka.
In November 1994, where were you living and who did you live with?
Ako November 1994 albe sirin num mintole andung al ninjumaño lebe sirin.
We were in our house at Bakoto Layout. We were the only ones there, just us and our family.
When you say just you, your family, can you tell us which individuals were living there?
Ako niko ite alla dimbaya dorone bije ite ay kungo inin dimbaya jumanyi nin jumanyo lebe suwo kono ngotumo.
At that time, we had some kids who were going to school, plus our own children.
So if I understand correctly, it would have been Lieutenant Basiru Baro, yourself, Madam Yarbou, as well as your children. You mentioned 3 children.
Ako natara hakilo ayala kumo faham amunta utumo Lieutenant Basiru Baro anita Madam Yarbou anindindin sa wolumen yefo amunta atele be suwo kono nung.
Ning Marong nala dindin wolum bebije.
We were also there with Marong and his children.
So Marong as well as Madam Balde, as well as your children. Did any extended family member of your extended family live with you apart from you and your children and your husband?
Ako Madam Balde utumo albije fodung iteni la dindingulu kola fo badin do sotontale mensike badin sutunti badin jang mensi tarali fe suwokono je ka anale tara korda nyin kono.
Yes, we were living with some of his 2 cousins. 2 of his nephews.
Ako wotumo abarindim fula bije ini mennu be suokono je wolem Lieutenant Basiru Baro abarindim fula ini wol be suokono je no wotumo.
With our 2 mates.
Aning ila do kula fula.
Thank you for that. I'd like to move forward to the 10th of November, 1994. That is the day before the attack of November 11th.
Ako inumbara bake barisilang abe lafila kata November karotili tango 1994 kulmenu kata janimbe dunna November karotili tanning kilungu kono.
Can you tell us if you saw Lieutenant Basiru Baro that day and what happened?
Ako abe nyinin kala fodu wolung ye Lieutenant Basiru Baro jele bang andu wokola fana munena atake.
On the 10th of November 1994.
Ako November karotili tan 1994.
Yeah, I saw Lieutenant Basiru Baro, my husband.
Ako tonya aya kema jele Lieutenant Basiru Baro.
He left in the morning for work.
Ako abota suoko no somanda kakata do kuala.
Then I was on the afternoon shift at RVH.
Ako wutumo atakata tilibula do kuala banyun loptani bato.
So when I left for the afternoon shift,
ako biring abota suoko no katao tilibula do kuala.
Because he normally picks me up when I close work.
Ako bari ning atek do ko ke fajita Lieutenant Basiru Baro le katate fango kamado kudla kay sayindina.
So by 7:30 I give him a call.
Ako tala worowla nin tala ay akema kumandi telefono la
That I was about to close.
Ka fayen ko mpareta le mbina jila do kola.
Then he picked me up by 20 after 8 p.m.
Ako bitun akema na tata motola Lieutenant Basiru Baro utumo talan say tambita minute muang.
Then we went back to Bakote.
Ako utumo leng isaita itata Bakote.
We had dinner together.
Ako itelle si manta nyola.
Then after the dinner,
birin si mango batala.
He told me that he was going for his night duty at the camp.
Ako bitun akema sarata la Lieutenant Basiru Baro kakata ala do kole la campo to utumo.
Which was normal. He normally do night duties there.
Ako ndu wo mukuleti mendal takatu jamaja makata suto do kole le utumo.
So we had the dinner in Sunkar's house.
Ako si manta Sunkar la bungole kono wolung.
Then I left him there. I went into my house.
Ako bitun ate Basiru tu Sunkar la bungo kono atata fango la bungo kono.
While I was breastfeeding my Fanta.
Ako utumo aba dimmuso susundika ka fo meye Fanta.
Then after 45 minutes he came to my house.
Ako birim minute tan saba minute tan ni lulu tambita Basiru nata la bungo kono.
And then he told me, I'm set, I'm going.
Akaya nko mpareta le sila nkatale.
So I told him good night.
Akaya alama suto diala.
I was carrying Fanta on my arms.
Ako utumo Fanta babulo kono.
I stood at my door.
Alota la bundala.
Then I saw him drive his Pajero out of the compound.
Ako ayala Pajero moto mala ay moto borindi kafinti suokono.
And then he left.
Abotaje wonyale katadu kuala.
That was the last day I saw him.
Ako ulunno lulla bangoti anyalo ta kema ka lumen.
That day, did you notice anything unusual about his behavior at all or his disposition?
Ako wolum foye kujele mensike ye kuti mensike kukutoti mammen dali menjela ala kolto amanyato aning ala samfansa mbanya.
I've noticed nothing about abnormality in his behavior or whatever, so.
Kama kukundi nje mensike kukutati wala mensike kuti memmandali kela ala karola.
Did he say anything to either of you about the members of the council that day?
Ako faye sojar nyaton ko lu council dingul la kuma fo alien kuma fo wala ko to bang wolum.
On that day he never told me anything, but previous to that day there was a day I noticed he was not happy when he come from work.
Ako wolunde amam fem fo wolung ako bari janni wolungo e si lun sotonta ayaje ko akema mantara seworing fereng nyin kansul mol la koto.
Then I asked him, Baro, what is the problem?
Ako wolun neng ayanyi ning ka fae Baro munemu kolea koti munem problem modi.
He said we having small issues with the council members.
Ako akema ya jabi nyina ko ngakulle soto menu ben ning kansul dingulu tema menketa sojar nyaton kolti.
And then I asked, what was that?
Akaya nyinin ka munkule mu woti.
Then he told me there are things that we agreed on when this July 22nd happened.
Akaya ko wolem nyinti ko kambenta kumallela yen la hidi kullela nyin July karotil muwan nim fulo ko be kala tu momeng.
But it's like it's no more happening.
Ko bari amunta wallahi dolu nyemmolu maw timmande atinyatale.
And then I told him, if it is not working with you, why can't you quit the army?
Akaka yanko ning ayatara kolu mantara takan anyama munanna ite sojar ya bulala.
Then he told me it is not like that in the army.
Akaka yanko kolu tewo nyama sojar ya bundala.
And then that was the end.
Ako kolu banta woleto.
So on the 10th of November, he never mentioned that he has an issue with the council members. Neither he was up to something. We didn't know.
Ako woto November karotil tang amam femfem fo sojar council dingol la kuto andung amam femfem fayen ka foko nyin ku karle bakan nan walla nga nyine parendi.
Did he mention anything about the promises that the council members had made?
Ako fo ikeye femfole la hidolu to council dinguli la hidolu menu fo ko e nyanta wolle keleye fa femfo to le bang.
He once told me that there was an agreement that when they took over,
ako lum sotonta ake kayen ko nga kamben sotolen ni nyin sojar nyaton ko wolem council dinguluti ko ni e bankota e nyanta kule keleye.
But when they take over, after 6 months, they have to go back to the barracks.
Ko niye bankota ninkari woro banta ibe murula le kasai sojar korda ko.
And then they will hand it to the civilian.
Andung ibe banko chikala ya di civilianol la menu manke sojarti.
And now they've changed again. They say they're gonna stay for 2 years.
Ako bari saying ifalintale de iko ibe tulaje fo sanji fula.
And that doesn't work with me.
Ako ndung wo mantara diaring ateya wotumo.
So the concern that he had with the council members was the change in decision in terms of how long they would stay in power before transitioning.
Ako woto de wunda men be ikke kono num basiru kono wolem nyinti ko council dingul ye nyum foko nin kari woro banta ibe mansa kunda murundi la bari sai na ta fo ibe continue la fasanji fula fo wolem koti memba sondo mo kono num ba.
That's correct.
Ko wolem to nyati.
So you had a meal together on the 10th of November, 1994, and then...
Ako alisi manta nyola November karotil tan 1994.
That's correct.
And thereafter, your husband left for work.
Ako kola lom ikema botaje atata do kola.
That's correct.
Ako tonya.
Madam Yarbou, can you tell us what happened the next day?
Ako Madam Yarbou afanye mune keta wosomo.
The next day, we sat down and we realized that he did not return. So, on that morning, we began to see people coming into our house. The first person I saw was a relative from Sabiji, a woman. She came running into the house. Her name is Kasi. She stood and asked me, Sunkar, where is Basiru? I told her that Basiru has gone to work, but he's not returned yet. And then she said to me, well, I'm hearing things being said. And so we were there for the whole day. People were coming and going. So around evening time, around 5, I decided to go out. I went up to the Westfield end just to find out what was going on. So when I got to Westfield, I saw people grouping together and listening to Focus on Africa. I stood there listening, and then I heard that Lieutenant Basiru Barrow was killed. At that spot, I bent down and I could not rise up again. There was this Renault 4 taxis that were around at the time. So the drivers noticed that somehow this is a relative of the individual being named, and that was how they got me into the car and took me away. When I returned, I find the whole house was filled up with people, and there was crying all over the place. It was a difficult period. Yes.
Thank you very much for that. So you woke up in the morning, and because your husband had not returned, you went out looking for him. Is that correct?
Akaye somanda iwulita katu ikema mansay nan kana suokono bitung ifundita ikomba tungata ngajube from nsaje.
Because of more clear information.
Yes, because at the time we did not have any clear information. Yes.
So you were out in public around Westfield area when you first heard in public from the radio that your husband had been killed.
Ako otumolem wo jama kono somanda bantoto je inata nyimu radio le toko yeke mafale.
Yes, that was the way it was.
Were you by yourself at that time?
Ako foida male numbangutu.
Yes. I was there alone.
Can you tell us how it felt for you to hear that while you were out in public on your own?
Ako afanyeng yewo je nyadila mune sima puru ye finti yene ke mala saya moy jama kono wonya banta.
It was very difficult. It was very difficult. It was very difficult. It was very difficult. That day, what I felt that day, only God can say. I cannot explain how I felt.
So while you were... Are you okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
So while Madam Yarbou was out trying to find news of your husband, you stayed at home with the children. Can you tell us what you experienced while you were at home?
Ako bring Madam Yarbou fintita purkata akela ku koyo nyininka ka nyining. Ite membe suo kono inin dindingulu ite fanang ila kul nata ke nyadile ay kul sima nyadile.
On the 11th of November,
in
the morning, around 7 a.m., there was an announcement made by then Lieutenant Sanasabal that there was some soldiers who wanted to make a coup d'etat. But unfortunately, some have to lose their lives. And some have been arrested. And when that announcement was made over the radio, we were all panicked in the home. Neighbors started coming in. Friends and family members also came. And they were asking us, how about Basiru? But all we have to tell them that he went for night duties and still now we haven't seen him and haven't heard from him. Then it was like a total confusion in the house. There was no telephone. Like these mobiles where you can call. So it was just confused. Then after some time, I can remember one of my aunts come from Birkama. When she reached us and she asked me, have you did the burial? I said, what kind of burial is that? Then she suddenly noticed that we didn't know anything about what was going on. Then she quickly reformed the question and said, no, I'm asking whether those ones who have been killed were buried. And I told her, no, we don't know anything about that. Then one of my colleagues came from the hospital. She was a nurse. She came and then she started crying. Then I asked her, what is it? She told me, that some of the soldiers have been killed.
Ko ye sojarolu dolu fale.
And we don't know whether your husband is part of them.
Andu malom foy ke fanambe wolle kono.
Then I told her, no, I don't think Basiru will be part of those who have been killed.
Akaka hani malla la Basiru betarla o molu kono e mennu fa.
Then by 4:30 to 5 o'clock,
Ako bari talan nan nin talakata talalulu kang.
the compound was full.
Korda fata.
Then I take my small radio.
Akaya la radio ndinguta.
And then I started listening to the Focus on Africa.
Ako tumolong ayadamuta ka BBC la kibar lamoy ikafome Focus on Africa.
Then I heard them questioning the then president, Kairaba Jawara.
Ako tumoleng ayamoy ibe Kairaba Jawara nyininka kang me yalon ko wolem president tinung.
About the coup leader who was Lieutenant Basiru Barrow.
Aba nyininka kang kudeta nyaton ko la me yalon ko wolem Lieutenant Basiru Baroti.
Yeah, but the way they pronounced the Barrow was not correct. So he told them that he doesn't know any Lieutenant Barrow in the army.
Ako bari Basiru Barrow akontongo yafo nyaming ima foku kato tumolen wala ya sabu Jawara ko ye mamburo to long malla buro kontongo mawlong ko wobe sojarolu ko.
And that was the time I know definitely Basiru was killed.
Ako tumolong akoita ta famo ko to nya ye Basiru fale.
Then I think some people also were listening to the Focus on Africa in the compound.
Akaya mera utumo modul fanal be korda kono je meno be Focus on Africa la moy kang.
Then that's the time I hear voices crying, shouting.
Ako tumolong ay mol moy wurila ibe kumbola suwo kono je.
But I couldn't cry.
Ako barate man kumbono.
Because I was shocked.
Ako kato kijole teta.
So they hold my baby from me.
Ako ya dingotabulu.
Please take your time. It's perfectly normal to cry. So take your time and
Kansul ko
we'll go
isila
through the
wato
testimony.
ta ako kumbomu abe hadama dingula balwole kono isila wato ta do man rom.
When they took my baby from me,
Ako biri ya dingotabulu.
they took me in my house.
Ya dundi ala bungo kono.
Then after 20 minutes,
Ako biri minute mu antambita.
I heard Sunkar crying outside.
Ay Sunkar moy kumbola banta.
And there was Barrow's friend who was Mamadou Baji.
Ako baroteri bije ka fame Mamadou Baji.
The wife also came
Fanana muso nata.
to sympathize with us.
Urkala bala fayita ndila.
But it was just sad.
Ako akata bala fati.
You mentioned that while you were listening to Focus on Africa,
Ako biri be lamoy yenyum foko be lamoy kanum Focus on Africa la kabo BBC radio to.
they were interviewing the then president at the time.
Ako to mo membe president yala nungo to mo be wole nyinin ka kang.
That's correct.
And you mentioned the name Kairaba Jawara. Is that correct?
Ako nyin foko Kairaba Jawara ko folem bang.
That's correct.
Ko tonya.
Who are you referring to when you say Kairaba Jawara?
Ako be jumale man niko Kairaba Jawara.
The then president.
Ako membe president yala.
Sadauda
Kairaba Jawara.
So in November 1994, meaning after the July 1994 coup d'etat.
Yes.
Ako wolem November karo 1994 bring July 1994 coup d'etat botala.
Yes.
Focus on Africa was interviewing
The then president.
Kairaba Jawara.
Ko Focus on Africa utumo e ka president wala nyinin ka membe sirin nu yemen na man sakunda bo indi ka fama Sadauda Kairaba Jawara.
That's correct.
Ako tonya.
I just want to make a clarification because in November 1994, which was after the coup d'etat of 94, are you referring to President Jawara or former President Jawara?
Former President.
Ako abe nyini aja lafta kule seneyandi la wala mnyinti ko wotumo membe president yala nung janni wo lungo membe Sadauda Kairaba Jawara fo ebe jumalema.
Thank you for that clarification.
Ako enumbara yo seneyandi.
So at that time, there were a lot of people at your house. People were crying. It was a very emotional period for all of you.
Ako wotembo molu nata alla suokono alla bungokono molu be kumbo kang anatake watiti menketa suno watoti.
Can you tell us where the older children were at the time?
Ako afonyeng wotumo dindinglu bebe no mintole wotembo.
When they were in the compound.
Ako wotumo bebe suokono.
But when the news was announced,
ko barbiri kibaro lu kankula.
One of our sister-in-law
Ako bari bitan do bije memu Basiru bari musoti.
Who lives in Sanchaba?
Membe siri in Sanchaba.
They took the kids there.
Idindungulu samba woleto.
And then we are left with our sympathizers and family members.
Ako tumolem ye ning ibadingulu tusuokono je anim menu nata kana ela balafa itandila.
So still focusing on November 11th, 1994.
Ako hanimbi November karotil tanding kilungu 1994 wolungo betarla ibewole kan hanibi.
Can you tell us, Madam Yarbou, if anything else happened that night? Did anyone come to your house?
Ako Madam Yarbou foi sa fonyen wolun suto fokule ketabang wala fo monata allabungo kono bang.
Yes.
Bije suto.
We were there in the night.
I think 2, 3 for 2 I don't know, but later was
between 2 and 3.
So
it was late, and then the soldiers came and knocked on our door.
Inata iko nata ye yunu better na nke mala badi ngol tara so koneje.
They came. They met relatives of my late husband in the house.
Anke makafuno ngakatele mot ay bunda ele.
So they opened the door.
Iko lefta natala kanto nimbaro be kukile na natala kana sympathize the itandi that e wala fo way pour bunda.
They said we were in the same thing with Barrow, so we've come to express our condolences. But when they came into the house, they said they came to pick up his possessions, everything that belonged to the army. So we said, okay, we brought out his shoes, all his things, and we gave them to them. So they left.
And this question is for any one of you. Do you remember how many soldiers came to your house that night?
Akale mo fulo mo monde nsinyin jabino le bari fal hakilo ya mutale sojarolu mo jelle natalla suokono wolum.
I do not know how many, but I recognize one person there. That time, that boy was a private soldier. He was at the State House. He ended up at the State House. I recognized him. But there were a few people, but I cannot say exactly how many they were.
Sorry, can I call?
Yes, please go
ahead.
The
soldiers came around 3 a.m. in the house.
So
4 or 5 of soldiers entered inside. Because in my house, there were 3 who entered in my room. So when the other one asked me to open my cupboard, then when I opened it, I stood at my door because I was afraid of the soldiers in him. And I saw 2 standing outside with their guns. So they opened the cupboard and then they removed Basiru's belongings. And then they left. But the only one I recognized was Yusufa Sise. Because for him, we normally see him when Barrow was alive. Yeah, but from that day, I haven't seen him anymore.
Madam Yarbou, you mentioned a private soldier. Is it the same Yusufa Sise or different?
Madam Yarbou, akoye private soldier dola kumo fufate o mo kilingolongo Yusufa Sise kilingolomba.
But inte malong Basiru no made. But kabing after natalon ne personally kabinga long
I didn't know him.
Olung kabinga jenung drong straight away sute ko nyine moti minu natanung Basiru la fengol park.
So the other day when I saw him, I remember that it was a guy who came to pick up Basiru's possessions.
So to make sure I understand it correctly, while you were still grieving, around 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, armed soldiers came to your house in order to retrieve your husband's belongings to take back to the army. Is that correct?
Ako wutumo alnin suno be sirin suokono talan fula kata talan saba kan suto wotumolo ni sojarulu nata je pour ka basiru la fengolu ta ke samba ko folem bang.
Yes, that was what was the case.
Did those soldiers do or say anything to you when they came, apart from their initial statement that they came to sympathize?
No, they didn't tell us anything.
Bring sojarolu nata foye kumale fali en wala kuke bring e nyim foko inatela bala fale itandal.
No, they didn't tell us anything. All they said was that they came to retrieve his possessions.
So later that day, and we're now focused on the 12th of November, 1994.
Olung tilo tari ngonyato November karo tiltani mfulo 1994.
Did anything happen to you?
Ako foku ketela lebang.
Yes, something happened.
Ako kuketa.
I can't figure out the time exactly.
Akate watu fono la keta menna tigi.
But some NIAs came to the house.
Ako bari NIA uludol na tabungo kono.
And arrested us.
Inata ye telefonalu muta.
They took us to Banjul.
Ye samba Banjul.
At the NIA building.
Ye samba NIA la kordato.
When we reached there,
ako biri futata je.
We were taken into different directions.
Ye janjandi ye bondi nyokan ye do samba karadola ye do samba karadola.
Because when we entered the main building, that was the last time I saw Sunkar.
Ako biri dunta bumba nyinkono wala keta sinya labangote ay Sunkari je.
I don't know where they took her, but I was taken to one small office.
Akamalo ye Sunkari samba da membari ate samba office ndin dole to
and asked me to wait.
Ikaye batuje.
I was there for almost 40 minutes.
Akabije hanu for minute tanani nyong.
And one of the men came for me.
Ako ila mokilin nata kang.
They took me to Muniru's office, Muniru Dabo.
Ya samba Muniru Dabo la office oto.
Upon entering the office,
ako biradunta office okono.
He said in Mandinka.
Muniru ko Mandinka kangoto.
It's unfortunate, but it's your husband who killed himself.
Akaya akata kuti meya lonko amanyinya barikele ya famfa.
Then I didn't even comment.
Akama mfemfo.
Because somebody was behind me.
Ako katu modo ba koma.
And I don't know what is coming next.
Ako andunga malo mune binakela.
So they asked me to sit.
Ikaya si.
And I have my seat.
Ako tumola sita.
Then Muniru questioned me.
Ako Muniri ya nyininka.
We want to get something clear from you guys.
Lafta kukoyole la atelubulu.
Especially you.
Sakoite.
Because we know that you are very intimate with your husband. We want to know which of the army officers that were visiting your husband. From October to this date. I told them I haven't seen any officer in our compound. They asked me which of the ex-ministers
ya nyininka fo menu be minister ya la nun wolu kono
in the President Jawara's government.
President Jawara la man sakunda kono.
Who normally visited my husband.
Menu kana ikema kumpa bojang.
I told them no one have ever visited my husband.
Akoye wolu kono mo nena man nanteke ma kumpa bojang.
And then he told me you have to be cooperative.
Ako tumole wokai bari inyanta sonnale na kumola niye diamo ye kumo ko indimma.
Because we know your husband was having some meetings with the officers in your compound.
Ako katu ngalonne ikemani modolu kabbengo kele alla suwo kono men mu nyaton kolti sojari yakarola.
I told him that is news to me.
Akaye ko mukibaro le tintefe mambo men kalama.
I've never had it. We never see any meeting held in our house.
Bendene mankente labu ngokono jang.
Then he proceeded and asked me, which kind of charity did you guys did in these days? I said no charity was given in our house. And he told me, but we heard that your husband killed a black cow. I said that is not true. And he said, then you sit at here and wait. I said, okay. I stayed there for 20 minutes again.
Akasita je 4 minutes mu wankoteke.
Then they took me out of that office.
Ya fintindi wo office okono.
I went back to that small office that they took me.
Ako ya murundi wo office ndingo kono ya sindi damen foloto.
I waited for a long time. I couldn't figure out how many minutes or how many hours.
Aka meta sirinjede amalo montoro wati jelu ayole kije.
The same guy who picked me and took me to Muniru's office.
Ako mo kilungu me ya abondi je ka samba Muniru la office oto.
Took me again to Mr. Ba's office.
Wonel nataka makoteke ka samba Mr. Bala office oto.
I think then he was the NIA director.
Akaya mera utumo wolem NIA director ti utumo.
The same questions were asked.
Ya nyininka ateo kuma kilingol lela.
But my answers were just the same.
Ako afana najabirul ketaw kuma kilingol leti.
And while I was there,
ako abeje utumo
Lieutenant Edward Singate, Lieutenant Sana Sabali walked into the office. When they entered, I was asked to go out with the one who took me inside. Then I went back to that small room. Then after 15 minutes, they came and took me again. Then it was an older man who came to collect me. I went back to Mr. Ba's office. And then he told me, when you say the truth here, that's the only thing we need from you. Nobody is going to harm you. You will go back to your house safe. I said, there is nothing else I can tell you other than what I told you. And that is the truth. I can never say anything that has never happened. Then he sat. I heard him talking to in a telephone conversation. Then later he called somebody. Then he asked him, come and pick Mrs. Barrow. And then the man entered. Then he took me out. Then they took me back to that small office where I was kept. There I stayed longer. It was 1 hour, 10 minutes, I think. That was the time they asked me to go home. And I left.
So do you recall how much time you spent at the NIA?
Yeah, I spent almost 3 hours there.
Madam Yarbou, so upon arriving at the NIA headquarters in Banjul, you were separated from Madam Balde. Can you tell us about your experience?
Madam Yarbou biriali ya samba NIA la office to fali futata je ye nim Madam Balde bondi nyokane yali be samba li faye afanya mune keta okola.
I went to Sambal Street Baya.
They took me straight to Bar.
When
I entered, I found Bar seated with Babakar Jata. They asked me how many houses Basiro had and how many children. When I told them, give them the answers, then they inquired about a sacrifice that was performed in our house. I told them I was not aware. They said to me, Buman, you have to be frank with us. And then I said to them, I'm telling you everything that I know. I told them I did not know anything. All I can say is that Basilo went to work and he never came back. But I did not know anything. After that, they released me and asked me to go home. Yes.